bathroom to send a picture to him. I'm out here waiting. What would you say if you were me? Hey, are you up, babe? Send me something naughty. That's what his text say. So what would you say if you were me or with another man? I don't know who I am, I wanna stay, but what would you say if you were me? Heard he got you a penthouse on the west side. When will he learn that you're afraid of heights? And heard he got you a new Benz with the white wheels. When will he learn that you like to tandem bike? And I hate that I could love you.
Can't Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Nemesis Gaming League, where the grind continues. We are back for our Wednesday night matches. Ladies and gentlemen, we got some nice matches coming up for you tonight. We're starting off in the Prospect League, transitioning in our second up to the Titan League, and we'll round the night off down in the Novice League. But right now, in the Prospect League, we've got the 3-6 Hypernova going up against the 1-8 Rooks. Your boy Psycho Nautic in the booth, ready to bring some of this sweet action straight to you. And I am joined in the booth by arguably the spiciest meatball in Nemesis. Seabiscuit, how you doing, my man?
I'm doing great, brother, man. Just loving this energy you bring pregame, ready to go, ready to watch some hype Prospect League gameplay, which is much improved this season, in my opinion.
Yes, I feel like it's kind of improved in all the leagues, even like down in Novice where I'm at. Like the competition is way better than me now. Whereas like I felt like I was okay, and now I'm just not at all.
I think
But
might be a product of the provisional league. It makes everyone feel a little different because those lower prospect novice players have kind of moved out, and we clamped all the skill together. Not to take anything away from the provisional league goats.
True. I mean, they have been doing what they do down there in the provisional league, and I'm sure quite a few of those players are going to be moving up to the Novice League after this season is over. However, right now we've got Hypernova versus Rooks. Hopefully, I think Rooks are looking for a replacement player as we speak. Hopefully, they'll be able to find one. If you're in the crowd and you're a prospect free agent, go hit up. I pinged in the Discord, so follow that ping to being able to play on stream, like here in a couple minutes. But Hypernova's 3-6 Rooks. Not looking good, Seabiscuit. 1-8. They've had a really, really rough start to the season, and we are right around our middle way through the season. They're going to have to look to turn things around now, or they're going to face possibly, not being able to make playoffs.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure that comes to being in that position. As someone who's currently sitting at 2-7, I can reconcile with their pain here on that. It's a stressful position, but it does, if you really are competitive, it can lead to a lot of motivation to really show out. What a better time than on stream playing against not a great team either themselves record wise, Hypernova. Maybe get the wheels churning going into this 2-week break we have coming up, and really build that momentum in the 2 weeks off. Have some confidence, want to play the game, stuff like that. Come back super strong, win the rest of the season. This game could be huge for that type of momentum for both of these teams, really.
Yeah, that would be ideal. And, like you mentioned, I'm also sitting on a team that's not doing super great at the moment record-wise, but, we're looking to turn things around. It is a tough position to be in. These Rooks in particular, I'm just going to go over the rosters real quick as we've got a little bit of time to kill. Rooks have got Dreams, Chillin', Dubu Dayan. I'm sorry if I mess that up. And then they round it up with Kenny Montoast. So honestly, I know Chillin', and Chillin' has a lot of pop-off potential. Whenever he's playing good, he's playing really good. But I don't know any of the rest of these guys, Seabiscuit. I'm not sure if you know them or what, but it seems like if this is the the roster that they've been running, they just haven't quite got the chemistry to click yet.
Yeah, admittedly, I don't know a ton, but from experience, the more difficult the name to read either means one of two things. Either they are the best player on the team or the worst. There's no in between. This Dubu. Yeah, we're gonna have a good time with this. W Dahum, maybe. I don't know.
W.
I'm calling him Dub from now on because the first two letters are Dub.
Hey.
Dub here. He's either going to be the best or worst player. I think that's where he falls in because difficult names, they always lead to that. Like Psychonautics, obviously, like a difficult name, best player on his team, hands down.
Yeah. Yikes. Hey, I appreciate much love, but I am, in fact, I'm not even gonna lie, I'm carried by my teammates. they be putting up them numbers. You know, I'm like UC Biscuit. I just chill in the back. I just let the ball come to me and play a good defensive game.
Hey, defense wins championships, and just don't look at either of our records right now.
Yeah, neither. We're going to move on from that. We're going to move on, ladies and gentlemen, to the Hypernova team, where we've got B-Tree, Pringo, and the lowest MMR on the roster's Ultimus role. I believe he is playing the substitute role. But somebody that they just picked up, a 1500 who's new to the league, Carnage, on Hypernova. And I don't know if I can't remember, Seabiscuit, if they got him before or after last Monday. And I'm pretty sure Hypernova, let's see here. Let's look at this reporting and where Hypernova was last Monday. I should have done this before, but we got a little bit of time to kill. Hypernova 3-0'd the Wyverns on Monday. 3-0'd your team. Not your team, but, you know, your team. And so I'm feeling like they got Carnage, so they might be looking pretty hot right now, Seabiscuit.
Actually got to do a little replay review with the Wyverns on that game on Wednesday, and I'm not gonna say who, but someone on my team, because I won't expose them, felt like someone on Hypernova was a little better in prospects, so he really wanted me to pay attention to that person. I'm going to admit the person I was complaining was just complaining. They weren't like that good that I thought they were like breaking any rules. I won't go any deeper in that. But I do remember watching B-Tree, who was not the person in question, absolutely dumpster the Wyverns. Like a one-man wrecking crew, and just kind of put it down. Like they weren't able to do anything about him. Man was showing off some pretty solid mechanics for a bottom, air quotes around that, bottom league team. So if there was someone on that team, I personally got the experience of watching it on a replay. B-Tree could be the guy to watch out for today. If he's playing. I don't know who's playing. I haven't looked at the lobby. Bad caster.
But hey, that's okay. You're actually a great caster. Don't let anybody tell you that, Seabiscuit. That's crazy. But we have, I believe, all the players in the lobby. It's looking like Chillin said their third just got on. And so there was somebody in the Discord. I've just got to give a real quick shout out because this guy said, if you're watching, thanks the Hoosier. He said he tried to come in clutch. He tried to say, hey, he was going to play. Their third got on. But shout out to that guy in the Discord for being available. But we are here, ladies and gentlemen. Finally, Hypernova versus Rooks. Rooks almost having to take the forfeit loss, but they come in clutch. And now we have this best of 5 in the Prospect League. Let's see which one of these teams is able to pop off. Chillin going to miss his touch in the mid. Dreams hitting it back. Carnage is there for it. Carnage not able to beat out Dreams. Dreams sending it across, trying to follow, but Pringo going to take possession in the midfield. And Chillin to send that one away from his backboard. Carnage putting one lofty off the backboard. Going for the double, can't get it. B-Tree to try and clean up. But Dreams is going to send it away. It looks like a bit of a miscommunication in the midfield from the Rooks there. But they're going to be able to regain. And we've got, oh my goodness, sorry, faking. Up to Chillin in the midfield, and that's going to work for him. Rooks going up by 1 in the first minute.
Yeah, and sorry, faking. Don't know who you are. You're not on the list. We'll figure that out later as we get information. But just a nice little pinch middle that gets it past the last defender and Chillin. If he missed that, I would be flaming him in the hub for at least a month.
Yeah, that's true, especially after missing that, whiffing that ball in the midfield. He didn't even have anybody contesting it. But hey, you know, sometimes stream nerves gets the best of people. Maybe that's what was going on. He's definitely shook that off, bagged the first goal in the series. Pringo with the shot on. Carnage trying to clean it up. Dreams staying strong on the goal line for the Rooks, taking home that save. The ball gets bounced up. Chillin trying to send it towards the mid. Carnage is playing defense. Pringo with the touch, a double commit and a team bump coming out from Hypernova almost lands them with a goal, another goal for the Rooks. However, they were able to keep that together now with 2 minutes gone here, Biscuit. It's seeming like the Rooks not only do they have the lead, but they're commanding most of the offensive pressure during this game.
And honestly, it's kind of on this Hypernova squad. They're just sitting back in net, kind of letting this Rooks team take pot shots out of them. Lucky for them so far, the Rooks have been putting a lot of these high off the backboard when I think they should have scored at least 3 or 4. And I was going to say earlier, I actually thought Hypernova was doing a really good job of taking advantage of the Rooks backboard, but ever since pretty much the first minute, that hasn't really been happening, and they've just been trapped on their own half, as I think they're about to give up another goal, I think. Yeah. It was floating there for a minute.
That is a rough situation. Sorry, faking with trying to get the pancake on the backboard, but Chillin was there looking for the pass. Doesn't get the pass, but gets a pass of his own out to the mid where Dreams RL was there for the 3-man pass. Gets the 2-point lead as we enter the second half of game number 1. Sorry, faking trying to get it through the defense, but the defense of Hypernova to stay strong. And Dreams sends it back down. Carnage with the catch in the backfield, but can't get it through the midfield. Beatree sending it all the way down, looking for the double, but Dreams is there. Dreams picking up his savior medal in game number 1. Chillin with the touch. Sorry, faking, bouncing it up. Chillin is on the wall for it, and he does get the 50 through Carnage. Beatree with the touch off the backboard. Less than 2 minutes now on the clock, and Rook's still up by 2 here, Biscuit. What do you think that Hypernova needs to do in order to just even get out of their half?
I think they need to look for a little more midfield passing. The backboard has been well defended now, pretty much this whole second part of this game, as they completely missed a backboard touch. And I'm told to shut up, and that's how you score, I guess, Psycho.
That is definitely how you score. Beatree putting a high ball, Chillin misreading it and leaving the net wide open. Carnage is going to hit those all day, it seems, as he rocks those Grand Champion wheels. I wouldn't expect someone to with some Grand Champ wheels to miss an easy shot like that. And with a minute 15, I'm sorry, do what?
You want me to show you how? Because I can do it.
Oh. Fair enough. Prove me wrong real quick, Biscuit. As the time ticks down, the final 60 seconds here, and Hypernova's still in the game, still possibly can make something happen. This Carnage is going to clear his teammate and the ball. And Dreams gets a touch, but it's not what he's looking for. He's not able to keep possession of it. Beatree taking his time in the midfield. Gets it past Chillin. Dreams pops it up. Gets it over Carnage off the backboard. Sorry, faking was there, but he got his shot interfered by Beatree. Pringo trying to go for the low fake on Chillin, but Chillin does get that and sends it away. Dreams, almost with the carry. Carnage with the stop. Chillin taking the shot, but it's going to go wide. 15 seconds left here, and the Rooks just need to kill the clock and keep Hypernova from putting it in the back of their net. A final maybe attack here. Chillin gonna send it away as the final seconds tick down. It looks like Rooks are gonna be able to hold down game number 1 win. There you have it. They're gonna move forward with the first win of the series.
They move forward with the win. It was a little interesting there down the end. I'm not gonna lie. I thought there was enough pressure. Maybe Hypernova squeaks one in there, but Rooks holding strong, finishing game 1, getting that win. And they get game 1 on the way. Game 1 on stream, sometimes a little stressful. Teams maybe haven't settled quite in yet. So I think this game 2 will be a real tell to see if Rooks are really about it, or if it was just kind of a falsified and Hypernova figures it out and tries to use the midfield to their advantage with how much space is in that midfield.
Yeah, I know that's been a thing for me and my team so far this season. It's like we come out, guns blazing, and we take game 1, and then we just really can't get any traction after game 1. So we'll have to see here if Chillin and the Rooks are able to keep their momentum going, or is Hypernova going to turn things around here in game number 2, possibly tie up the series. This is a best of 5, so the first team to 3 wins takes home the W. And this is the final game for these teams before we go into the holiday break for Christmas and New Year's. So this is kind of a big game for these guys. They're going to be going either out on no momentum or going out on some, at least some momentum. And I think Seabiscuit, we're on. Oh my goodness, faking is going to fake out Hypernova and send a long ball down.
Yeah, just a massive overcommit here by this Hypernova roster. Really giving an open net to faking. I mean, I can hear Bagels churning in his grave. Don't hit the ball off the side. Ball off the sidewall. He was churning in his grave right there because that's what happens. Your team overcommits just a little bit, and boom, long clear straight into your net. You're down 1-0, down a game. That's just a stressful position to be in. You want to get that first goal to really break free of the chains you might have put yourself in. That was a deep statement.
That was a deep statement. I'm not going to lie. I'm a little bit sad. I didn't know Bagels died.
He did now after that sidewall hit.
Quit hitting the sidewall, people. Jace.
Yeah, he was like, well, this life ain't worth living. These prospects aren't listening to heed my words.
True. And with a little over 60 seconds gone so far from this game, Rook's still holding the lead, looking to further their lead in the series. Beatree with the bop, but Dreams getting back in time. Carnage is there in the corner, sending it out to the mid. Nobody from Hypernova there to take the pass. And Dreams looking to follow, trying to get the read on Beatree, but Beatree gets it away from him. And Carnage popping it up in the midfield. Chillin' is just going to bang it all the way across the field. As Beatree is doing some interference, gets a demo on Dreams. The ball gets sent all the way back, but sorry, faking at a 50 with Carnage in the mid, Chilling with the shot. Beatree up for it to make the stop. And Dreams popping it out to the mid. Carnage is there. And we are nearing the end of the first half of game number 2 here, Biscuit. And we're seeing, I wouldn't say an exact repeat of game number 1, because the Rooks have not been able to get nearly as many shots on net in this game as they did in game number 1. So maybe Hypernova is at least doing something, the changes that they're making is at least doing something.
I think so, but at the same time, I think this has been a battle of the midfields. Just everyone's kind of booping the ball back and forth, bopping it, for the term you use, which I really enjoyed. It made me think of like bop it, twist it, all that. Start dancing. But just not a lot of pressure really for the Hypernova team. They're just kind of living in their half, watching Rooks constantly go for these air dribbles and ceiling shots, which I don't know. As a defensive player, I'd be insulted. I feel like I would want to attack you and stop giving you space because, like, hey, you think you can look cool on me while I'm on stream, embarrass me in front of my mother?
Oh,
my mother?
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah. No, I'm pushing you. You ain't touching this ball no more. You getting ego challenged left and right until it works.
True. Especially once one's mother has been brought into the situation. That's just not cool.
Yeah, not even my father can freestyle on my mother.
Exactly. And that's words to live by, ladies and gentlemen. Straight out of the mouth of the Biscuit himself. But we now have 1 minute and 25 seconds left. Dreams with the ceiling shot's going to go wide, though. Hypernova still down by 1. They're going to need to pull out the stops to bring this back. This is going to be a very dangerous thing for them to go down 2-0 in front of this Rooks roster, who have just been absolutely popping off tonight. As sorry, faking, trying to get the pinch into the net. It's not going to go. Pringo leaving it for Carnage. He's going to clear it to the side. Chillin', just waiting on the wall for it. Down to Dreams, but they can't get any offense going. A good 50 in the defense from Carnage. Pringo trying to get it through. As it hits back to Carnage. Dreams not able to get the read on it. And Beatree sending it forward. Pringo looking to 50 in the mid. But the ball is floating back towards the Hypernova corner. 30 seconds remaining on the clock. Hypernova has to do something, and they have to do it fast. They have officially run out of time to make moves here. And Pringo is taking his time that he doesn't have. He does get a hop over Dreams, which was pretty intuitive of him, but it does not result in any offensive pressure here in the final 10 seconds. They need as much pressure as they can get. Carnage looking to do it, and he does. The Rooks, the defense just buckles at the most crucial moment, Seabiscuit.
Dreams, who is showing off some pretty good mechanical consistency, just not able to make that backboard read, and Carnage clutching up 3 seconds on the clock, giving Rooks a chance to at least go to overtime. I mean, Hypernovas, my bad.
At the very least, and hey, that's better than nothing. And overtime is more than they got in game number 1, just a straight loss. So at least they are still in contention for this win. They're still looking to keep some life in this series, because going 2-0 against this Rooks roster might just have been a death knell for them. Rooks pulling out the stops. They know that this is a do or die game for them. This is really going to set the tone for the second half of the season for them. And you want to start off on the best foot, especially when you have a 1-8 roster to work with. I'm not sure if they can. I don't think that they're eliminated from playoff contention, but I think it would be really, really hard for them. But they could still very well, if they turn things around, Seabiscuit, find themselves in a cushy play-in spot.
A lot of teams make it play-ins, playoffs now. It's not too difficult to make the play-ins yet. It's going to sound very toxic, and I'll probably be on one of these teams if the rate we're going. But it takes a special kind of bad not to make play-ins, at least. And Dreams making up for his missed backboard read here, by the way, and winning it in overtime for his team. You got to right your wrongs in life, kids. Don't forget that.
True, and getting one in every category, like you said. Dreams was he was sort of popping off. He was not doing anything crazy, but he was definitely the MVP. He earned it out of that match, doing the most for the Rooks right there, and going up 2-0 in the series. Rooks looking to take the sweep over Hypernova. That's a tough position to be in, Seabiscuit, especially coming off of sweeping the Wyverns. The last thing you want to do is get swept.
Like we said in the pre-game talk, both of these teams really could use this win going into this break. Both teams could use it. Rooks obviously more than Hypernova, but we're not worrying about who needs it more here. We're just being honest. They both need it. Both of them kind of fighting for that play-in/playoff spot coming out of the break, hopefully. And right now, that's a lot of pressure to be put on this Hypernova team. I think for me, I want to see some more out of B-Tree. I just watched this guy on replays absolutely demolish my team. And so far, he's kind of been a non-factor. I get it. It's prospect and consistencies happen, but if Hypernova's gonna have a chance, he's gotta figure it out, and he's gotta figure it out quick.
Yeah, I agree with that. It seems like Carnage is really the only one on the Hypernova that's making any statements here tonight, and I gotta wonder what's going on with Pringo and B-Tree. I wasn't aware that B-Tree just slaughtered the Wyverns, or at least was a big part of the slaughter. But to hear that and then see his performance here tonight makes me wonder, if he's going maybe through some stream nerves, or if he's just having a bad night. It happens to the best of us, but it's quite unfortunate. Chillin' coming out the gate, popping off, and I mentioned it before. When this dude is hitting it, he hits it hard.
A little bit of a pop off and a little bit of just a quick go off the kickoff, a great position off of the kickoff, and it was just a one-touch air dribble, but that touch was right in a spot where no one on the Hypernova defense just quite able to reach it. And now, if you're Hypernova, you're a little stressed out now. You're like, oh no, we're already down 1, and we're down 2-0 in the series. They got to figure it out soon.
Yeah, as stressed out as you should be. This is not the position you want to be in if you are on the Hypernova roster, or really on any roster. This is just not a good position to be in. You're already down in the mud 30 seconds into the game, and you have to fight an uphill battle. That's just unnecessary and unwanted stress. We'll see here if Hypernova is able to do it. Carnage with a good save, staying back. B-Tree going to get a defensive demo there. Dreams looking for the double touch, but it gets blocked. Sorry, faking. Can't get it through. Pringo with a huge save on the goal line. And Dreams sends that one on. Carnage is there to make the save. and the Rooks just taking any shot on net they can at this point. They know that they can keep the offensive pressure alive, and eventually Hypernova is going to let one of these balls through. And once they get that 2-point lead, they can pretty much just take their sweet time doing whatever they want to do. They'll fully control the pace of this game as they have pretty much the entirety of this series, Biscuit.
This has been a very suffocating minute and a half here right now by the Rooks. They scored that first goal, and they have not looked to rotate out at all. But I will say, if Hypernova can find its way out of here before they get scored on, find a goal with it, they better take Carnage out to dinner, because he saved 2 or 3 very impressive shots with pretty low boost there in that minute and a half. And I'm honestly impressed by that play by him just alone. He really kept his team alive there to not give up a goal.
Yeah, that was impressive. And Carnage has been making plays pretty much all night, but unfortunately it takes more than one player in the 3v3 match to make this work. Carnage can't do it by himself. He needs the help of his teammates. And as you pointed out earlier, you know, B-Tree really needs to step up. B-Tree has been a guy that has been making plays and stuff like that, but he's just been really quiet tonight. Hopefully, you know, he'll be able to make something happen in the final half, or in the second half of game number 3. He's going to have to, if he wants to stay alive. This is the do or die minute for Hypernova. They either win, force the game 4, or they lose and go home with a series loss tonight. Either way, they're still going to be ahead of Rooks as far as standings go, but hey, this is the first step on the Rooks' path to recovery, and I'm sure it is exactly what you want, Seabiscuit. It's the best way to get that thing going.
No, this is like an ideal situation to be in, Rooks. You're not the team that's maybe expected to win this series. You come out, you go up 2-0, and you've been holding close game leads. It's not been as, I think he's got, I thought he had a double. I got excited. I'm sorry. But you're keeping the lead, and it may be only one goal, but it's been a very dominant 1-goal lead. It hasn't felt like there's been too much worry in the world of the Rooks right now. They've just been kind of freely playing offense like it's a free play warm-up.
Yeah, they have not really allowed Hypernova much space. They're not letting them get clears on the ball. They're challenging them in the midfield, and they're now putting the ball into the back of the net. Sorry, faking, getting a great pass from Dreams there.
Yeah, I'm about to say, Dreams, my boy, what a touch-out pass. I mean, hats off to Hypernova for all the defense they've played for the last 4 minutes to keep it this close, but how do you read a pass like that? Like, honestly, that just blew my mind a little bit. I don't even know if he meant to do it. He could have done it by accident. He could never do it again in his life, but he did it once, and that's all that matters.
That is all that matters, and it was on stream, so it matters even more. But I love passes like that, those little pinches, especially coming out of the corner. They're really hard for the defense to read. And if you've got a second man who's there, his aggressive Dreams, not able to get another one. It's going to bounce off of the crossbar. But Dreams was looking to get, I mean, really his first goal. I thought he had already got a goal, but he's the only goalless one on the Rooks here in game number 3. Sorry, faking is going to get the 50. B-Tree trying to send it away. Chillin was ready for it. Up to Dreams. Dreams looking to get his goal. No, Carnage going to deny him in the final 30 seconds here. Hypernova just doing everything in their power just to keep the ball out of their net. They are not able to get this ball cleared. Rooks are just being monsters in the midfield, absolutely suffocating any attempt that they have. Dreams! God! Oh goodness, my boy coming in hot. He said I might get the last goal, but it's gonna be hot.
Oh my God, Psycho! I don't think you understand. That is one of the harder reads to make in this game. And Dreams coming out here, he's been carrying the team without scoring. He said, "You know what? We're gonna finish this sweep off with some fireworks, baby." Oh my God, what a shot!
What a shot indeed. Hopefully somebody clipped that. Hopefully somebody is going to put that into the Nemesis clip so we can get that all up in the, in contention for the best clip of the or the best shot. I don't even know all the awards, man, but I'm flabbergasted right now. Great shot, great performance from the Rooks. Hats off to them. They get the sweep over Hypernova. Woo! That was some good gameplay from them.
Yeah, Psycho, my jaw doesn't drop very often watching people play Rocket League. Not to toot my horn, but playing in a 1600 life, you don't see too many things very often that's like, dang, I couldn't do that cast in the lower league. You give me 50 tries of that shot, I maybe score it once. That was amazing. I really like, I don't have a hat near me, but I would put it on and take it off for that man right now.
Yeah, I mean that was absolute banger of a shot and a heck of a way to end the to just polish off the sweep. I mean they were already up 2-0, but hey, it was the cherry on top. It was the rubbing salt in the wound. Hey, it is what it is. Congratulations to Rooks on making that comeback there and upsetting Hypernova. That was some good stuff, and that wraps up our first match of the night. Seabiscuit, appreciate you being here with me, and I'm so glad we got to cast that match. That was, even though it was a blowout, but it was fun watching the Rooks just do their thing.
Sweating. I'm actually physically sweating from that shot. That shot turned something on in my soul, and I think I'm gonna go spend the next hour in free play before my match to try to be as good as a prospect. And I never thought that statement would come out of my mouth.
I feel the exact same way, but I'm not punching down. I'm punching up.
Punching up. We're reaching for the skies. I'm reaching for the center of the earth. Whatever,
Exactly. And before we go, quick shout out to Malo, who gave out 10 community subs. Hey, that's awesome. Appreciate all the support, Big Dog Malo. Everybody give a shout out to him in the chat. Big supporter, does a lot of work here in the Nemesis Gaming League, team lead for web and dev, I believe. That's all. I'm a boomer, so I don't understand that stuff. But Malo, you the man, big W's. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a short little break here. And whenever we come back from break, let me pull this up because I can't remember. I got a terrible memory. But whenever we come back, we're going to be going into Why Are You Not Working For Me Discord. Okay. There we go. We're going to be going into Titan League. Of course, how could I forget? We've got the Godfathers going up against Phoenix. It's going to be a great matchup, everybody. We've got some big dogs that are going to be going against each other. The Phoenix is 8-1 right now, almost undefeated, and Godfathers are 7-2. And I think they're on a 6 or 7 game win streak, something crazy like that. Because I believe they lost their first 2 matches, so it might be a 7 game win streak. But this is going to be the game to watch tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Godfathers versus Phoenix. You don't want to miss that. We will be right back.
You got me burning up.
just being in love. Everything will be alright. Through the darkness, through the night, no fear anymore. No fear anymore. No fear anymore. Why the smile on your face? Don't fake it. You don't have to pretend. What a fear in your eyes will make it. Just take a chance. The thing that haunts you, leave it behind you. The ones that love you, let them guide you. Everything will be alright. Through the darkness, through the night, no fear anymore. No fear No fear anymore. Left me in this mess, I'm falling. Heaven knows. Can't find a reason why. Couldn't get any closer. Can't find a reason why. Couldn't get any closer. Can't find a reason why. We couldn't get any closer. We couldn't get any closer. We couldn't get any closer.
Hey, welcome back everybody to our second matchup of the night here on this lovely Wednesday. I am Bagels and joined here with Gallium. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing amazing. How are you doing, Bagels? So I'm so excited for some Titan League action. I haven't casted a Titan League game in I think like months. So I'm just excited to be back here. And with Godfathers and Phoenix going head to head, this is probably going to be the match of the night.
Think it is going to be. Although the last time I did see this Phoenix roster, they were playing against the Pinnacle team. Both of them were 5-0 at that point, and Phoenix didn't have their best rated player with them. So I'm hoping tonight that they have the full roster, because I too would like to see a battle here in the Titan League, as Phoenix is going to be going off against the Godfathers here, who do have Arrow, iTrash, and Dylan. Dylan and Arrow, both longtime veterans of the Titan League here. Meanwhile, on the other side, a lot of these players on Phoenix are either coming up from Rival or they are new to the league. Everyone except Yor. Yor has also been around the league for a while. Former teammates with Dylan, who was on the other side. But I think it should be good, although we are waiting for Phoenix to get up in the lobby. I'm hoping they have the full roster here tonight, but I think it should be a good one.
Oh yeah, it's going to be a great one. And the two players to look out for me are Arrow and Xenix. So on the stat sheet, if any of you have it pulled up, Xenix is second in score per game in Titan League, and Arrow is second in shots per game and third or fourth for goals per game. So those are two players to look out for me personally. I think those two players are definitely going to be a huge impact on this game.
Yeah, Xenix was the player that was missing out last time against Pinnacle, and that's how they ended up getting their first loss of the season here. But seemingly, every other game they've had him, they have won. So if they have him here, they should have a good chance. But yeah, on the other side, Arrow, former teammate of mine as well, definitely a huge goal scorer, like you were saying. He's got the mechanics. Can't always utilize them in these high-paced games, but he's definitely capable of pulling out a flip reset, double tap, or all kinds of other crazy stuff as well. We'll just have to see if he gets the space to do that.
Yeah, who knows? Who knows indeed. All I know is these are two top teams of Titan going head to head to see who is the one of the better teams in Titan. Now, I'm super excited about this, and all of you viewers at home, Bagels, do you have the predictions for this one? Do you see that in the Discord? Who's taking this one? Who the public thinks is taking this one?
I could check. I could tell you who I'm going to think is going to
Yeah,
win.
Bagel. You go ahead with that. Yeah.
I'm actually going to assuming that Xenix does show up here. I'm actually going to go with the upset pick. I think in Phoenix. Although according to the poll, Phoenix is beating out Godfathers 37-20 in the Nemesis vote there. So I guess maybe not so much of an underdog pick, but I think in terms of people who've been around Titan League the longest, I think they would put their money in Arrow and Dylan. But that being said, I don't know, something about Xenix. I haven't seen him play, but as I've just been given new information from Arrow saying that Yor won't be here, so it is again not the full roster here for Phoenix. But that being said, I'm assuming that they will have Xenix, and this is where we're gonna have a tongue twister here, Gallium. Is that Xenix is going to be on Phoenix.
Oh my gosh.
And I feel like
another one.
There's going to be a problem here.
It's all right. Hey, listen, just fair warning for all of you lovely viewers. There's going to be a couple hiccups with that. That's going to sting. Oh my gosh. Is everybody in the lobby
Not the
yet?
first time. No, we are still waiting.
Interesting.
We are still waiting for Phoenix here, as they have about 6 more minutes.
They're going to show up fashionably late. Don't worry about it.
I would hope so at this point.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be kind of a bummer.
I took time out of my... No, I'm just kidding.
I took time out of my day.
I'm supposed to cast this game right here, right now.
Well, I'm glad to have you here, Bagels. I haven't seen you in a minute, man.
I know. I've just been extremely busy. Tuesday and Wednesdays are my days off now. I have those set.
That's beautiful. So you don't have the weekends off?
No, weekends are
That's
busy
so
time.
sad. A busy time for you? Your concrete layer? Because remember that the draft. So if any of you were at the draft, Bagels kept getting calls, and I think Rockerman and I were joking. Or you said there was like a concrete company or something. I don't know.
No.
I forgot what happened. I don't.
It was for my
work.
It was for my work, but it was like basically my letter of acceptance. So I was like bargaining with them on what pay would be and whatnot and whatever. But yeah, so I had to leave the draft like 3 times because they kept calling me back. But it all got worked out in the end.
Yeah, that was fun. Oh.
Yeah, no, that was a little funny. But yeah, no days off on the weekend. A little sad, but I got Tuesday and Wednesday off. It works. But that's enough about me. I don't think anybody else wants to hear more about me. Or if you do, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to cut you
put
off.
it in the chat, guys. Come on.
No more bagels information. But no, it has been a while, and I do miss casting. I do miss you and all the other casters as well.
Yeah,
it's always a pleasure.
Yeah,
I forgot what I was gonna say. You humbled me.
I tend to do that because I'm just the best to ever do it. Really, I'm very humble myself. Apparently, yeah. Okay, this Phoenix team really needs to get in here. They really need to? I want to see some Titan action. I'm tired of waiting.
I know, right?
Yeah, I mean, they have like 4 more minutes, right, to join.
Yes.
Or else they forfeit.
Sans has DM'd me saying that he wants more bagels information.
All right, Sans, you're gonna get it. All right, bagels. What's your address? Come on, leak it.
I was putting up some Christmas lights in 30-degree weather a few minutes ago, so that's where I was. My hands are finally starting to warm up again. I don't know why. Don't question why I'm getting up my Christmas lights in the middle of December. Just a little late to the ball game, but
hey, at least you're not before Thanksgiving. The people who do that are just the worst kind of people. I don't want to hang around you if you do that.
You could be like my uncle and have them hung up all year round.
Like outside of his house?
Yes.
Bro, his house is drippy 12 months out of the year.
Oh, no, he doesn't light them up. He just has them hung all year. So, that's big brain plays right there. Just
all right, any of you lazy people out there,
put them up again.
Yeah, all you lazy people out there, listen up to Bagels. That's some good stuff. Yeah, you love to see it.
Yeah, it's just a lazy Californian attitude or mentality.
Imagine being from California.
Yeah, couldn't be me.
Never.
It's a blessing and a curse, really.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
but I'm not gonna get
more curses than blessings. I think we should all get together and we should cut out California and push it over towards Japan. They can have them.
What do you think? One?
You don't know about that one?
I mean, I do like Japan. I do like the culture and the food and everything. I don't know if I'd like to be separated from everybody else, though.
I think it'd be kind of cool, be like your own little island.
Maybe if we join up with Hawaii. If we could get like California and Hawaii mixed in. That being said, enough about random geographical. No more Pangea-esque philosophy going on. We are going to head into this matchup as they've suddenly joined with 1 minute left to spare. We are going to get this Titan League match underway between Phoenix and Godfathers. As to start off here, Godfathers taking possession off the kickoff. Dylan with a huge flick looking for a bump, but Val, who... I'm assuming that's Xenix. I don't know if there's a name change or perhaps a sub-up being used. I will have to clarify that in a bit. But that being said, Miles and G Games both on the roster here. There's an awkward ball in front of the net. Val will bail them out. And G Games taken to a dribble, but will get dunked out as well. Dylan off the backboard, getting the double, but nothing doing so far. And to start it off here, Galleon, Godfathers do have 3 shots, but I feel like they've missed a few opportunities as well.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the story of this game, especially on stream. I feel like while Godfathers were waiting in the lobby, I think they got a little cold. I think that's understandable. So, I think we just got to wait a little bit for both these teams to warm up a little bit. It is the Christmas season. It gets a little cold and nippy out there. So, just got to let the players warm up here, Bagels.
Yeah, I do hate playing Rocket League with extremely cold hands. That being said, I looked over at my second monitor. And Val is actually Valence, who is on the Thunderbirds roster on the rival team. Former Titan League player. So once again, Phoenix, with not even nearly their full roster playing. That being said, they haven't been scored on a minute and a half into this matchup. Subject to change, of course. As iTrash with a shot. Was looking off the backboard as Arrow was lurking up there, but not able to get the shot. Valence. Put this one into the corner, but iTrash gonna Send it out for now. No, he's not, as he misses the touch out. And Arrow is going to also miss a touch. Going to leave an open ball here for G Games. Not a lot of boost, but Dylan will get up in time. Opportunity gone awry there for Phoenix, who's still sitting at 0 shots here. 2 minutes into the game. Godfather's with 5, but Godfather's not able to score against a sub on a Titan roster and a rival sub in at the moment.
Yeah, it's looking a little interesting for both teams at the moment. One thing I'm noticing, as a shot has just been missed, is the pace of play is super slow right now, and I don't know what factors have to play in for that to happen, but the slowness of because compared to the rest of the Titan games I've seen, this is pretty slow. And on information about Valence, I know he's a very good player in Rival. I think actually one of the better players in Rival. So, it's exciting to see how he'll stack up against one of the best Titan teams in the league.
Indeed, and I would have to agree that the gameplay is a little slow, and something that can happen in the Titan League, as you know, even though the Titan League is the highest league here in Nemesis, by no means are we professionals, even though a lot of these players are SSL and compete in tournaments every now and then and such. But what can happen is, you play down to a certain level, as Arrow's looking for a flip reset off the bump attempt in the net. But you can play down to your competition, and I think that's what's happening here. As, oh my goodness, Phoenix with a second goal opportunity, second open net that they have not converted on. As Godfather's looking to get a double. Arrow, not enough boost to follow it. As this is just a back and forth here, and I think if Phoenix just can put in one open net opportunity, they will be the victors here.
I would have to agree, because even though the Godfathers are in Phoenix's end, I'm not seeing a whole lot of opportunities being presented. I keep seeing them try to make some solo plays, and it's just not cutting it against this Phoenix defense. I think they just need to get in their zone, set up, maybe a couple back passes towards the midfield, maybe boom it off the backboard. I could just draw up their whole playbook. Just of what they can or cannot do. But one thing they have to do is score, and that is exactly what they are going to do. As iTrash, who is very festive right now, is going to score.
Yep, that's what happened. I knew something funky happened.
I was like, how did he get there?
Score that. As an own goal will lead Godfathers to scoring. As multiple players were kind of flopping around on the ball. Nobody made contact there for Godfathers. But luckily, a Phoenix player was able to help them out a little bit, as G Game's just going to take it down the entire field. I think he air dribbled 1, potentially 2, as Dylan was just up a little too far.
Yeah, he just said, all right, I'm going to do it myself. As I believe Miles bumped some dude out of the way. That was some action out of a action movie. That was beautiful. I mean, I could set up the scene right now in my head, but what a goal from G Games. Even though he's at the bottom of the leaderboard, he has had a bit of an impact here. He's been trying some air dribbles, trying to break through that defense with the solo plays, and he finally gets the opportunity, and he gets it done, and that was just a beautiful ball. And with 30 seconds left, it's anybody's game.
And here he is again, almost getting the dunk in his favor. Valence almost finding him on the backboard as well. Not quite able to corral that one into the back of the net. Here's Arrow looking for one more solo play. Miles up early, blocking out any offensive pressure that would have had. Miles with a clear up to Valence, but Trash will block it out. Dylan not able to find contact, but Arrow working the chemistry down the field. Final seconds could go via Godfathers, with the ball will touch the ground, and we will have overtime here, Gallium, in a bit of a strange game number 1, to say the least.
Hey, it's not it might be a little strange, but not compared to what I've seen, being a former novice league player. A little bit interesting stuff happens over there. I'm just kind of glad to see that, even this match is going to be a little interesting, especially with the subs that are coming up, and the time of the year it is. I believe these are correct me if I'm wrong here, the last matches before the Christmas break. Am I right?
If anybody would know, it's not me. I'm sorry to tell you. As a huge backboard read from G Games, the sub of the roster will lead to a Game 1 victory here for Phoenix.
That is a beautiful ball. Again, he's just going to say I'm going to do it himself. I mean, 1v3s their whole roster and puts it in the back of the net. A beautiful ball. And yeah, some really great stuff from Phoenix. I saw a lot of great chances being created from them, and even better chances than the Godfathers had. Even though the Godfathers had 11 shots to Phoenix's 3, I like the chances that Phoenix got, and they capitalized off of them scoring 2 out of their 3 shots. So, great game by Phoenix. But if you're the Godfathers, honestly, you have to play. I feel like the Godfathers aren't used to playing at this speed because this is a very slow Titan game. I feel like they're gonna have to, if they want to pull this one out, they're gonna have to start playing quicker because they have obviously Arrow, Dylan, and a festive eye trash. So, I think I honestly think they could do it if they just play quicker because as you said, Arrow does have mechanics. So we'll see what he could do for this team.
100% agree. It's so easy to say play faster, but again, when you're playing down to a lower level of competition, sometimes it's just kind of hard to do that. Even though conceptually it's like, guys, we just have to play faster. But I mean, I agree. They just need to, win a kickoff and start setting the pace from there, and just go for more demos as well. Because if you're demoing the opposition, you're getting more control of the flow of the game. Not a lot of demos came out from them in the first game. But that being said, G Games, he got all 3 goals in that game. He got 2 goals for his team, and he got the own goal for Godfathers. So, a huge factor on the field at the moment is Dylan looking to find Arrow, and G Games perhaps trying to read the redirect of Arrow and a fake coming out.
Surprised I'm not seeing any calculateds in the chat. A little interesting from there. But Dylan, great shot / pass there. I mean, really just setting it down. Trying to give his teammate an opportunity. Obviously, Arrow did not capitalize, but you just gotta let him warm up. I didn't see anything. Arrow, I'm sorry that you missed, but it's okay. You still got the goal, and it's 1-0 with still 4 minutes left of this match. We'll see if the Godfathers can hold out here, Bagels.
I mean, I think it very well could have been a calculated fake. That being said, we'll never know, or maybe he will tell us later on. As in their opportunity, Arrow will read it off his own backboard. As Miles, with a bit of an unfortunate touch, is going to leave for an opportunity of Dylan, who will get taken off of the field, and that's what I was calling for. Just get another demo here and there, and suddenly Godfathers are looking a lot more speedy here in Game 2.
Oh, yeah. Look at the speed coming towards that ball. Just going to put it right where it needs to be. Slotting it in the back of the net, and this 2-0 lead is looking really good for Godfathers if they can keep this up.
And again, get possession off the kickoff. Arrow looking to use his mechanics. He has his flip. Can he find the goal? Miles going to get the save, but the double commit was forced. Dylan shot high off the bar. As panic starting to ensue here for this Phoenix roster. Dylan up early, looking for the shot. It's a slow lofter, and again, Miles will send it away. It's trash over to Arrow. And again, something that wasn't happening in Game 1 that is being done here in Game 2 here, Gallium, is that Godfathers are looking for each other on these offensive transitions, and that is only going to be a positive for them.
Yeah, honestly, at this point, I could just be the Godfathers coach. Hit me up. I'm glad they're taking my advice. I'm sure they probably didn't even hear me oh my goodness, almost a great chance coming from there. Yeah, but as you mentioned, they're looking for each other, and it's not even in the offensive zone. It's the defensive zone to attempt to clear the ball. So that's exactly what you want to see from this team. You have to get your teammates in on this because at the end of the day, Rocket League, surprisingly, is a team game. As Dylan almost going to score there. But yeah, Phoenix, I think they need to just step it up here, get their key players in here, and hopefully G Games can make another play for them going on later in this game.
Yeah, and Miles actually has the most mechanics on this Phoenix roster, but not able to quite use them thus far, as they're getting suffocated out here in game number 2. Same thing that was happening in game number 1. They only got 1 shot almost 3 minutes into the game, and they somehow ended up winning game number 1 there. Getting dominated 7-1 here, 4 shots. Miles with an opportunity, looking to go back post, and he will find it. Dylan and the rest of the Godfathers defense not ready.
A little unfortunate from Arrow. He hit one, was trying to hit the double touch, leaves Miles wide open with a shot and beautiful ball placement. I think G almost saved that. I was kind of, I saw that happening in real time, and I was a little scared.
Well, he scored one for the other team. Now he's trying to save one for the other team. As
I'm gonna
a
have to question it.
open, yep,
Oh,
just
interesting.
open.
Well, this Christmas season, the only gift Arrow's getting is a gift of a goal at this point.
Yeah, that was just a ballsy pre-jump from Miles, perhaps trying to continue the momentum of the previous goal, but a little too antsy off of the kickoff. He was wholeheartedly beat to that challenge, and Godfather's going to get their 2-goal lead back here. As Phoenix, opportunity off the kickoff themselves, and he will find it. G Games there with another slot, and Phoenix, they only have 3 shots, but 2 of them have been beautifully placed.
I'm just gonna ignore the double commit that happened right before that shot that allowed
Yep.
it, and I think that's what Arrow's chatting about in the chat. I don't think he's very happy with that. Part of Rocket League is just being in a spot that not normally you should be in, whether bad or good, and making the most of it. And that's exactly what happened there for G, who has been all over the pitch tonight, scoring on both the nets and just being an absolute dominant factor. And I think that's exactly what you need to see from him.
Yeah, indeed. And even though he is the lowest rated player on the main roster, although Valent's a sub from the rival league, even in the game against Pinnacle, I did see a lot of potential and a lot of good play out of him. And it just makes me wonder, what would happen if the full roster for Phoenix was here? As I'm not sure if Godfathers would be playing up to the competition, or maybe they're just having an off day or playing down to the competition, whatever it may be. But it definitely seems like Godfathers, who are another very good team here in the Titan League in Season 8, are underperforming. So Phoenix very well could have swept them if they had the main roster, but they're missing out on Yorn Xenix, so we'll never know. But still within striking distance here in game number 2.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. As you said that, almost an unfortunate goal to get that started. But yeah, I would have to agree. I think, but I honestly think for the Godfathers, I feel like if you play down to a low, like if, as the goal is just going to go in here by Dylan, you're interrupting my sentence, Dylan. How rude.
And yeah, I mean, Valence just couldn't get up quick enough to block that one out. And, finally, again, another 2-goal lead here for Godfathers, but they're just out shooting them 12-3. But it still feels like a game that Godfathers are not in control of. They started out really good. They got 2 goals in the first minute. But still, I'm not seeing continuous dominating pressure out of them, even though I guess now they got an extra shot. Now it's 12-4. But, still good signs of life from them, as they will surely win this game number 2, tie up the series 1-1. As 2 goals in 5 seconds, extremely unlikely, especially with the ball on the Phoenix end of things. As this one will eventually touch the ground.
Yeah, we just have to wait for a little bit. It's all right.
Yeah, something might happen here. Valence with the shot, but Trash will deflect it away. And still Dylan with the doink. Opportunity for Arrow, forcing the double commit. And, I think Dylan had a good opportunity, and he got blocked out by his teammate, which caused him to get demoed. Somehow, I think we're coming up on 15-20 seconds of this ball in the air. Arrow for the redirect, and he will put it in. And I have no idea what the record books are as far as Nemesis time is concerned at 0 seconds, but that's definitely up there.
Yeah, for sure. I felt like the ball was up there for at least a minute, but I know it wasn't, as Arrow's going to put that in the back of the net. And that's actually a bigger goal than you might think. Giving the momentum to the Godfathers going into this game 3 is absolutely massive. And having momentum is so crucial in any of these games, especially in the higher leagues. If you have that momentum, and Godfathers out shooting Phoenix by miles in game 1 and game 2. Game 1, they had 11 shots. Game 2, 14. So maybe if they step that up, to add another 3 shots in the middle of the game 2 and game 3, bring it up to 17, we might even see a even better game from these Godfathers. It's looking really good.
Yeah, and perhaps game 1 just a warm-up game. But even though in game number 2 there, I did say they were kind of underperforming. Still, I mean, it's hard to say they're underperforming when they're out shooting 18-4 or whatever that number was. But I still feel like they could be playing better. As strange enough as that sounds, as Phoenix still getting a lot of opportunities, a lot of pressure on these counterattacks, and another beautiful shot from Phoenix. And again, Phoenix aren't getting many opportunities, but when they are scoring, they are beautifully placed.
Yeah, and I think that's that shot coming in from the way of Miles, who, as I've noticed, is been really good in the behind the scenes portion for this Phoenix team. He's been giving them chances, creating chances, definitely necessary to getting back into this series. Because even though they are tied, it feels like Godfathers do have the slight upper hand. So we want to see Phoenix take this game 3. It's going to have to be in the way of some passing plays, and Valence got to put one on top on the board. Wow.
And a quick transition from a poor pre-flip from Arrow. And, this is why, sometimes you don't want to pre-flip. Arrow doesn't pre-flip there. This play probably never happens. But, trying to do too much in the offensive zone led to another huge counterattack from Phoenix. And that's kind of been the name of the game here. I'm not quite sure if this is the main playstyle for Phoenix or just one that they're having to resort to due to the 2 sub-ins. But the counterattack game is very strong with this roster at the moment.
Yeah, it's looking absolutely incredible. Oh my goodness, almost got really mechanical there.
Tried.
Yeah, he definitely tried, tried and failed, unfortunately. But, who can really blame him? I cannot hit that shot in a million.
Oh my goodness!
Dude, what is this? I don't even know how to analyze that. That was absolutely beautiful.
That, sometimes, Arrow definitely has some extremely good mechanics, but honestly, that's just being in the right place at the right time, and that happened 3 times in a row in less than 5 seconds. So I'm just going to call that straight luck. Definitely had the reaction time to react to all 3 of those opportunities, but that's just 3 lucky dunks in a row.
Yeah, but you love to see it, though. Putting them only 1 goal away from coming back into this one is, oh my gosh. Valence, wow. And again, one of the top players in Rival, and you're definitely seeing it here, as his mechanics are absolutely ridiculous, Vegas.
Yeah, things are definitely starting to speed up here, and I am all about it, as both teams looking to put up some clips. Arrow, another solo play opportunity, looking for the top left, but G Games will send that away to his corner, and Miles quickly able to send it out to the midfield, but Trash locking this one back in the offensive zone. Arrow up early, looking for the slot, putting it bottom. Not bottom. He got it top left with the bounce shot, and that is going to throw off the final defender.
Yep, the bounce shots, clinically underrated. If you're one of those players out there who's low rank and trying to rank up a little bit, just bounce shot it. Don't matter. It doesn't matter what situation you're in. Just bounce shot it. I think Arrow's just giving us a prime example on what to do if you want to rank up in this game. Beautiful shot, nonetheless, tying it 2-2, and I'm not seeing they're actually getting outshot by Phoenix. They only have 4 shots, and Phoenix, on the other hand, has 5. So I'm looking to see if Godfather is going to step it up in the shot department, because I was kind of expecting it going into this game 3.
Yeah. Oh, as a huge pinch comes out, but not quite enough speed. Does register another shot that you were asking for, so 5-5 apiece now. Arrow with another touch. Somehow ended up getting credit for a shot there when it was nowhere near the net. As Phoenix looking for another counterattack, but Miles not able to find a fellow midfielder. Valence with a solid first touch over one. G Games here for the shot. He put it left side, and Phoenix are playing extremely well here in game number 3.
Valence just barely got that over Arrow, and to get a ball over Arrow, you have to be some kind of mechanical freak, as Valence, again, getting it off the backboard, giving it to his teammates, and this Phoenix team, they might be a little bit outmatched in the skill department, but they are sure finding each other, and I'm kind of surprised at the chemistry that we're seeing here, Bagels.
Yeah, and I think it comes down to if Valence is involved on the play, as Dylan with the flipper set. A bump happens off of the backboard, and it is back and forth here in game number 3. A huge bump to tie it up at 3-3.
Dylan, oh my, jeez. The bump just looking a little unfortunate there. It looked like an actual car crash. It looked like you got T-bone there. But yeah, Dylan making a great play, and I haven't seen enough Dylan. I want to see more Dylan, because I really like him as a player. I think he's absolutely incredible, and we got to see a little flash of his solo play, and oh my goodness, what a pass. Right to Arrow. There's no way. Okay, sorry.
He did force the triple commit, though.
He did force it, but yeah, I like Dylan a lot. I want to see him score some more solo plays because I think he's got it in him. And 3-3 now. I honestly could not tell you who has the upper hand here.
As Dylan looking for a pass, but nobody on his team. He was trying to pump fake it once, even twice. Valence trying to shoot it behind the final defender. Opportunity for Miles, not able to find it. G-Games for the final shot, but too slow, but still the chemistry there for Phoenix, putting on a barrage of shots. And I feel like, I was going to say it earlier, but so many goals happen so quickly. But if Valence can get involved here for the offense, this is going to be really good here for Phoenix, as he almost scored that double tap a few minutes ago and set up his team beautifully for that third goal. But now Godfathers, again, they're starting to heat up as well with their chemistry. Dylan becoming the table setter here, trying to set up Arrow and iTrash. As now Arrow going to get bumped out. iTrash looking to continue the pressure into the offensive zone here for Godfathers. A lot of space being given, though. Miles going to almost take his way straight past Arrow, but Dylan off the ceiling, looking for the shot. Will get dunked out as iTrash got demoed. Nobody to pass to there. Double commit on Phoenix. Will likely lead to an opportunity here for Godfathers, but Miles to the middle. Has enough boost to dribble his way over a second. Arrow with a poor touch to the middle, but G-Game's going to give it straight away. iTrash with the shot. Valence there for the save. Final seconds. Could be going Godfather's way, or we could be headed to the second overtime in the series. Dylan off the corner. Arrow looking for a redirect. Dylan's still just trying to be annoying in this corner, looking for another 0-second heroics, and we have overtime again here, Gallium. And this is the game number 3 that we wanted for the whole series, I think.
Yeah, very close battle here. No team really has the upper hand here, but I will say a team that is looking destined to score in that last couple of seconds that we saw there is going to have to beat Phoenix, because I feel like they have the chemistry down pat in the offensive zone. Just depends on whether or not they can get there as I say that. Oh my goodness. I said I wanted to see more Dylan, and he absolutely delivered. What a shot.
Yeah, and using the flip reset to get down, get some speed back to the ground, get that dribble off a little quicker. And, you were saying you wanted some more solo plays out of Dylan, but I will say, after being a longtime player against Dylan, he's not really a solo play guy. He's more of a passing kind of guy, just an overall chemistry kind of guy. But that right there was the solo play Godfathers needed to spearhead the lead here in the series. And, I think we both thought that Phoenix might get another goal there, another counterattack to take the series point. But Godfathers, with Dylan with the solo play, now they're up. And, they did eventually... Wait, hold up. Nope, they actually got outshot there in game number 3, Gallium.
Wow. Yeah. A little bit of a change coming in from games 1 and 2, but, Godfather's still got it done, and that's all that matters. Doesn't matter about the shots. It only matters about the goals. That is a horrible quote from me, but that's okay. As we go into this game 4, I'm looking for a good game. I think both these teams have what it takes to take this series. It just depends on whether or not you can score and how many goals you can score. I have so much wisdom in this little brain of mine.
The analysis on point. That being said, everything you're saying is factual, so you're not incorrect.
Yeah, I'm not wrong. No.
And, I'll go back to the old Jaegerism saying of sometimes the best placed shots are the ones right at the defender. And he's not wrong either. Sometimes that throws people off. As a huge shot at Devo comes out, and Phoenix will score first here.
That shot was not at a defender. It was a wide open net. Just going to put another one in, and I'm just kind of confused why he is their lowest MMR player. He's looking like an absolute beast out there, just showing off for stream, trying to get a little bit of clips in the clip channel. But I think that's exactly what you see is as Miles switching to the Dominus, and I know Dominus players are absolutely crazy at shooting the ball and 50s, so we'll see if that's his game plan going down the stretch.
Oh my goodness, his Arrow forcing the triple commit. Not quite sure why the triple commit. Not the most threatening of shots, but still, anytime Arrow's got a flip reset, you should be a little wary on the defensive side of things. As Miles going to take his way past 1. Perhaps work his way past 2, as Valence awkward in the backfield, not able to find the read. And, the those are just some of the most difficult balls to deal with on defense. Sometimes you're trying to race back and get that power clear, but sometimes you just got to wait.
Yeah, a little unfortunate there. I was kind of hoping he'd get behind that ball because that would have been sent to the moon. Because he was heading back with everything he had, and yeah, like you said, those balls are super hard to defend. And when you saw him miss, he just drove away from the ball in shame. I saw that. It was a little unfortunate, a little sad for Valence there. I mean, nothing you can really do about that. But tied 1-1, it's just gonna be a battle down the stretch. So honestly, buckle your seatbelts, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be one heck of a ride.
Oh no! Please tell me that's not okay. Good, it's off target.
Oof.
I was gonna say just after the flub on defense a second ago, it would have been really bad if he owned gold right there. Is another huge play off the backboard from Arrow, almost coming out trash, able to just get in front of that challenge to avoid another goal for Phoenix. And you know, back to your point, I'm not quite sure why G Games is the lowest MMR on this roster, and it makes me come back to my point is I want to see a full Phoenix roster, and this is now the second game in a row they've been on stream where they don't even have their full roster, and they're actually subbing up from Rival in this game, and you know, they still have a solid chance at taking this series, so it makes me really think if they've got the full-fledged roster, nobody's going to beat them. That being said, not quite sure where iTrash came from, but they will take the lead.
Yeah, G Games, a little unfortunate on the 50 there. I think he thought he could get under the ball, maybe pop it up. I don't think he saw iTrash, and I don't think you saw him either, so I'm a little confused as to the camera angle on that one. But, you know, 2-1 lead for Godfathers. I think if they score this goal, they'll definitely pull away, and I think that's going to be a no-no, obviously, for Phoenix, but something that is very preventable if you just keep playing the game that you're playing, and that is exactly what I think we're going to see from them unless anything changes.
Yeah, I think looking back at that replay, it looked like Trash may have thought he had his flip, or excuse me, G Games may have thought he had his flip, but he did not, and that is what allowed iTrash to come in there as Valence looking for a shot, not able to get it. G Games not able to find the accuracy either, but still good signs here for Phoenix as Miles looking to play Disruptor in the midfield. There's a huge dunk coming out. Will only prove dividends for Godfathers. G Games last back with a flick to the middle. Good shot for Arrow, but he misses his mark. Dylan for the follow-up, and he just floats right past the ball. I'm not quite sure if that was on purpose or not. Either way, Godfathers still somehow mounting the pressure. 2 minutes left for Phoenix as Valence gets a very calculated read off of the ceiling that almost leads to a goal. And they are quickly back on defense once again. Trash up to Arrow. Quick touch as Trash going to fake it out for Dylan. That could prove to be really deadly, but not able to get the follow-up quick enough. And that is about the third or fourth time where the Godfathers could have faked in front of the net, and they finally did it. And, I mean, I tell you what, Galleon, I'm sure it may not happen as much in the lower leagues, but the fakes, if they are calculated enough, can be extremely deadly in Titan League.
Oh, yeah, the fakes. You know, calculated or not, fakes are fakes. So, you know, you take it where you can see it. But, you know, on the Godfather side of the ball, I think they definitely need one more just to close it out. Just feel safe. Have a nice little cushion. Exactly what you need to see from them. On the other side, Phoenix, you just got to get a goal, man. Does not matter how it happens. You know, maybe just go off of Jaeger's famous saying, just shoot it towards the defender, maybe. You know, who knows at this point, maybe.
Yeah, they got to get something going. One man back here for Godfathers, but still not able to get anything productive going on the offensive side. Godfathers really not out shooting them that much here in game number 4, but this is a game where they have had absolute control of the ball. 30 seconds left. Big power clear out. Miles, he needed to find that read. He needed to somehow get that one on target. Seconds not in favor of Phoenix here. Miles quickly off the corner. Arrow, solid first touch, keeping possession. Slips his way past the whole defense, and there is the insurance goal they needed.
That is an amazing shot from Arrow, first of all. Going bottom left, really testing the defense, and the defense failed that test. A little unfortunate. As 3-1 lead, 15 seconds left. Surely Godfathers will come out on top, but you know, who knows? This is Nemesis Rocket League. This is Forbidden Temple. So, you know, anything can happen here, Bagels.
True, but time. They need one right here, right now. Perhaps the doink, and it did not come out as the seconds will hit 0. Ball will touch the ground, and that is a Godfather's victory. And Phoenix will move from 8-1 to 8-2. And I believe Godfather's going to move on to 8-2 themselves. So both tied at an 8-2 record there. But again, after the series is over, definitely a close series considering the rival sub-in and the actual Titan League sub-in. I want to see the full roster for Phoenix. I want to see what they got going on. I want to know why they have as good of a record as they do. That being said, I feel like they still had a really solid puncher's chance in this series. Mm-hmm. And disappointed that we didn't get to see a Game 5. But I really feel like Game 3 was the highlight there, Gallium. There was a back and forth. There was some great plays. There was some really solid bumps. And then that Dylan solo play and some other mechanics as well.
It was a really great series all around. One of my favorite Titan series that I've casted, and one of my more favorite series that I've casted overall this season. So kudos to both teams. You really, unfortunately, Phoenix did not have their full roster, but even without it, I can definitely see why Phoenix is a contender for that top team in the league spot. Same with the Godfather. So, two really great teams battling it out. You can't really ask for anything more than that.
You cannot, as that is going to do it for us here in the second matchup of the night. We didn't get that Game 5, but perhaps we will get that Game 5 in the next match upcoming, as we are going to be headed to the Novice League, your former habitat there, so to say, as we got the Kiwis at 8-1 going off against the Ninjas, who are 3-6. That matchup is going to be coming up next. Thank you again for casting me with the Gallium. Of course, a pleasure as always. And we will catch you guys after the break for some Novice League action.
What is going on, Nemesis? Welcome back for yet another matchup. Third one of the night, and we're slowing it down a bit with a bit of Novice League action. But before we get into that, got a resident here, as always, Fly Penguin. What's going on, my man?
I'm doing all right, merely ready to get some Rocket League action. Unfortunately, didn't get to play today. The other team had to forfeit, so this is the most action I'm going to see on the pitch tonight. So I'm ready for it, and I'm excited.
Yeah, well, hopefully we do have a good matchup on our hands. The last one, even though it was a 3-1, was a bit of a thriller. Godfathers versus Phoenix. Godfathers barely squeaking out that one. Good matchup on all accounts. And for this one, we've got two teams here with slightly different storylines so far in the Novice League. Kiwis sitting at 8-1, while the Ninjas not doing as good, sitting there at 3-6. But I'm wondering, Penguin, what can you tell us about these two teams?
Well, I can tell you that the Kiwis are hot. They are dirty and mean, as in they will dominate their opponents and crush them clearly with their record. They are a dominant team. They even are all over the stats board if you look at the individual stats. Ninjas, on the other hand, are a fresh new roster. They, given that Psychonautic was given the GM of the Pantheon org, he traded his whole team that he was on the Ninjas to the Gorgons, and the Gorgons are pretty much the Ninjas now with C-Ben and C-Ben. And they dropped Threat, sadly. Shout out to Threat, but they picked up Mallow. Mallow's always a novice killer, man. He's always dominant on the pitch, and I'd like to see something from Charlie here. He's a new face to me.
All right, most definitely. Well, we are a bit behind schedule, so I suppose we should get things rolling here. We'll start up the match shortly. But Penguin, of course, as always, gotta bring it to you. Who do you have winning this one?
You know, it might be new faces to me, but I will always be a diehard Ninja stan. They're the first team I ever played for in Nemesis, and I was a captain for them last season. So, despite the new faces, I'm rolling with the Ninjas, and I'm gonna say in 3.
Ninjas in 3. All right. Well, the Kiwis have been on a hot streak. We'll see if that does continue, but predicting the sweep against them, that is bold. And I was going to ask you, but I don't know if you have any faith in them at this point, but what do you think the reason for the Kiwi success is? Is it one person on their team who's absolutely cracked?
If you're gonna pick out one person, I'd have to say Dre for sure. He's all over the stat board. He's second in assists, second in total score, sixth in goals. The man is all over the pitch, but they have an all-around really good team, and I'm looking forward to see it here. But I'm still rooting for the Ninjas.
All right. Well, fair enough. We'll see if your prediction does ring true. Gallium actually made a similarly bold prediction on the last game I casted. That one started off hot, but we'll see how this one will have to go as things are getting off to a start here. And I apologize, I have an overlay that will not go away. Alright, and we are good, I believe, as we are getting underway with this one. So far, nothing coming to fruition just yet, but here comes C-Ben going for the double touch, doesn't quite find it. One's still going to be left-centered. Mallow with a wide open net from the bump. That was a huge bump by C-Ben, but he won't quite be able to connect with the goal to follow up. So here comes Dre, looking for the air dribble. Maybe looking for a little bit more. Gets the pass off to Music, and starting off hot, here are the Kiwis.
Yeah, this counterattack from the Kiwis was fast, and it proved to be powerful as well, as Dre just carried it over top of the defense, and Music just took it right off of him and finished it clean. I was going to note the Ninjas' pressure. They were physical. They were just not finishing their shots. They had open looks. But this counterattack from the Kiwis was just, crazy, as Charlie cuts me off there with a quick goal off the kickoff. That's proven an effective strategy to come off quick and hot. You don't want to give the Kiwis a chance to even control the ball, so good kickoff goal from them, merely.
It's a good answer back. You could see the defender there seemed a little bit magnetized by the boost in the corner, perhaps. That ball bounced it out perfectly, and there's another perfect shot, but Mallow can't quite find it. A bump on the goal line. You really feel like that should have been a goal as well, but Kiwis will escape scot-free on that account. Can they escape here? That one actually going to slip right behind the defender, and we're off to a flurry of goals here.
the Ninjas are just taking it to them. I noted their pressure at the beginning. We're only a minute in, and I feel like the Ninjas are dominating this game despite the scoreboard. We are just living in this green end. The Kiwis just had one good counterattack, and which proved good enough to score, but the Ninjas are just overwhelming them. They got the physicality to give themselves time, and they're finishing their shots here now. Let's see if they can sustain it.
And the Ninjas are certainly dominating, even on the scoreboard in the stats department, as far as pressure is concerned. 5 shots to 1 so far. And you have been able to feel their pressure. In the other half, that's going to be an own goal, though. Mallow flipping into the ball. I don't think that was going in, as Kiwis will get one back here.
Yeah, you could call it a counterattack goal, but that was mostly self-inflicted. That's just, it's a novice moment. As even though there's a provisional moment now, there's still novice moments. And that's one there. You hate to see it on stream. I've owned gold on stream probably every game I've played. It's a horrible feeling, but it's not one that you can't come back from, especially when the Ninjas have been as dominant. Let's see if they can overcome these shortcomings on the on the counterattack and in their defensive end. But I have faith because they've been playing well so far.
They have been getting that pressure. They've been getting shots. A little bit lacking in some terms of accuracy as Dre going for a flip reset. Corner read double touch there. That's not something I ever expected to see in the Novice League. These guys, you know, they have some of the best mechanical moments you've ever seen and some of the most questionable mechanical moments you'll ever see. It's always a good sight to see. Music here, trying to make his way down the field. Can't find the pass out to the middle. Twisted Hydro trying to cut in, but kind of fakes himself off that ball. So pressure will remain, and now with the even scoreline, the Ninjas, for all their pressure, haven't been able to gain an advantage in this one. They're still going to have to watch out for these quick Kiwi attacks. Here comes Music, looking for another one, perhaps. Stray almost had the follow-up, but nothing quite coming of it yet. Still the Kiwis working hard to keep up this pressure off the backboard. Double miss on the goal line. Music will get a shot, but good patience from Charlie as a dunk comes through. Dre will manage to finally break through this Ninjas defense.
Yeah, it's looking like the Kiwis are finding their form here, merely. It's looking like they're controlling the midfield more and keeping the Ninjas out of their own end, opposing what we saw at the beginning of the game. But, like, there was just defensive mishaps, like, on the blue net. And 2 misses, 3 misses. They finally got a controlling touch, but to the detriment of their team. They needed a big clear there, and Dre made them pay. Excuse the rhyme, I didn't mean it, but heck yeah. But we like to see that from Kiwis. I mean, they're definitely like picking it up all over the field as well as in the offensive zone.
That is a great sign if you're a Kiwis fan. I mean, there's a reason that they're 8-1, and I'm starting to think that a lot of it may have to do with their persistent offense. Is this one gonna get dunked out? Dre looking for the shot, gets it over to the corner. It will get cleared out by C-Ben, who takes it over too. This one could be a good opportunity for the Ninjas. We're trying to break through, but won't quite be able to. The ball is sent downfield. No threatening shot available for the Kiwis, but they're still lurking, still trying to find that opportunity to take the lead that they haven't had yet, and that one just barely off the post of the Ninjas. Very close and definitely unsettling for the Ninjas, who, after having an advantage for a good part of this game, have now found themselves in a position of equality. They know they've had chances, but where's the defense? Hold up, this one's actually just going to roll past everyone, and no one was home for a mile away.
Twisted Hydro, the ever important third man, committed to a ball that he probably should have had, but that's novice for you. I was going to note on the Ninjas missing, which was resulting in the Kiwis pressure, but you know, you take those free goals, especially when the third man commits, you just got to put it in, and Mallow did there, and we are tied up at 3 with a minute left. This is heating up here in Game 1.
Most definitely, and things are getting even hotter as this one just barely rolls across the goal line. I don't think the Kiwis will be able to force it in, but definitely some panic coming out from the Ninjas. The follow-up shot is going to be good, and here comes Dre. He'll get his second of the game and put the Kiwis in the lead once again.
What do you say, Dre? Big pass off the backboard from Twisted Hydra right to the man that you want to control the ball. Dre takes the lead with 25 seconds left. That's the man you want to see. He's been dominating Novice, and he's dominating the game here. Let's see if they can finish it off and take game 1 here.
See, indeed, with the amount of chaos that's ensued so far, I wouldn't be surprised to see Ninja's follow up, but Dre not wanting anything to do with it. Air dribbles the ball over. It's safe for now, but Ninjas need to get something going fast here, and that's not the team up you want. See, Ben wants to play all for himself. As Mallow can't make a touch. This one going to roll to the side, and Kiwis, after a huge battle, will come out on top in game number 1.
An unfortunate end there as we saw the team bump. Mallow caught with no momentum. Unfortunately, that's just how it goes sometimes. You're expecting a play and it catches you off guard, especially in Novice. I know very well, as being a provisional player, that sometimes plays just catch you off guard. He was caught with no momentum, so C-Ben tried to take it into his own hands. An unfortunate way to end when you had a promising counterattack, but the Kiwis definitely took over that game in the second half as they proved that their counterattack offense can prove to be sustainable in for offensive pressure to stick in the offensive zone, get the 50s they need, and it proved here as they came back with the momentum of the game. But good win from Kiwis there to take game 1.
And the Kiwis, they did take control, but it never looked entirely convincing to me. What was convincing is that Dre has some excellent mechanics, and when he's given the space to use those, it is very scary for the Ninjas. But even at the worst parts of it, the Ninjas were able to fight back. They were able to come back when they were down, even if they didn't get the win, which is a good sign to me. Now we just have to see if they can continue to put up a fight, or if Kiwis are just going to run away with this one. Let's see what happens as Dre getting this one out to the center. Hydro misses his shot. This net is open temporarily, but I think Dre should be back, and it's not the best bounce. If you are the Ninjas, Ben trying to take a shot, but will miss. Charlie awkward on defense, has to make a touch. He will, to get just to the side. As Music trying to drop this one down for Dre. Huge center. Charlie might have a shot here. That one will go long, but it's not quite on target. As Ninja's putting on the pressure, trying to get another shot. Music blocking it exceptionally. And the Ninjas off to their game 1 ways once again, trying to get this pressure, trying to regain the control that they had, but they don't have control anymore. Dre, he cannot be stopped in this series. He gets another one.
Another quick counterattack from the Kiwis. They're just fast on the transition from defense to offense as Dre, just with the quickness, man. He's just so fast on the ball, and his touches are accurate and dangerous, and that's the opposite from what we're seeing from the Ninjas. They have had open looks where they've either whiffed or just sent it wide. As Charlie with an opportunity here, he gets 50 into the corner. But the Kiwis here, they're just fast to answer back. We need to see more from the Ninjas like we saw in game 1. They were quick to answer, but right now they're just looking like they're nervous, I'd say, or just they're wanting more than they're capable of. But the Kiwis, they have their foot on the gas pedal. Let's see if they can finish this race in first place.
They seem to be feeling good about this now. They look much more composed. Still allowing some chances, but they're not as easy to capitalize on. Although Charlie doesn't need easy. He just needs a net, and he'll put another one in.
Yeah, big bump from C-Ben on Music. He was the next on that ball as Dre had an awkward touch. But it looked like the play in the corner had their man in net awkward, and then obviously that big bump on Music. That was massive effect on the play. You'd like to see it from Charlie. They're finally getting that pressure on. Let's see if they can capture this momentum and keep it going, because as much as the game is tied with 3 minutes left, it's looking dangerous for the Ninjas here, but they can definitely bring it back. It's in their reach.
Oh, and Dre's so close to getting that double touch. There was no one who was going to save that if it did go on target. He's not able to finish that one off. Ninja's still fighting back here, but they need to make a strong statement. And this isn't the statement they want. Dre will take it past everybody and gets another one on the board.
Yeah, Dre with too much time and space. Big shot on net. Actually, not even a lot of space. He just put it on net from the wall, and sometimes that's enough. I saw that the Ninjas had a demo on Music. Maybe they over-rotated. They're extending out to try and switch the pace, but proves detrimental as there was no one in net to save that shot, as the man on the front post was just too far up, as the Kiwis with another shot on net looking to extend their lead. Merely, this is some exciting play from Dre. his teammates are definitely supporting him well. But who do we need to see from the Ninjas here?
Honestly, it really feels like the Ninjas aren't doing too poorly themselves. They're getting some good plays. It's just that Dre is walking all over them. You need to find some way to take him out of the equation, whether it's trying to demo him, just shutting him down immediately as soon as he gets the ball. It can't be easy when he is, by far, it seems, the fastest player in the lobby, but you have to find some way to focus him and prevent him from doing what he wants, because as long as he's allowed these free touches and free clears and free plays, it's not going to be easy for you to make a comeback as the Ninjas. And now they do have to make this comeback. 2-1 only, 2 minutes left. But they haven't been able to find any quick offense since the start of game 1. As Mallow tries to go for the pinch. Hydro takes it past everyone, though. Charlie awkward on the goal line, and he won't be able to get back. Hydro will put in a long shot.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this is a new team, and they're still trying to get the feel of each other. But Charlie, they're too far up. They're still trying to figure out the rotation, still trying to figure out each other. There's probably one of the first times they're in VC together. To be honest, they had to forfeit on Monday, so this is just lack of experience. They're going against a juggernaut of Kiwis, and they've been playing together all season against a new Ninjas team. But yeah, it's
Oh, no!
oh my goodness, no. When was the last touch on this ball, merely?
Oh my lord. I saw it coming, but I didn't want to believe it. Mallow redirects it on target. Charlie saves it, but gets the double touch own goal, and it would be such an insane shot if only it was on a differently colored net. I mean, that's a really unfortunate circumstance, but you just got to try to brush that one off here. You just got to try to move forward, in all honesty. Oh, and you're not going to be able to move forward when Dre just comes back and gets a double tap immediately. Okay, this game might be chalked. Let's move on to the next one.
Dre said, anything you can do, I can do better. Same net, though, but he definitely showing a masterclass, even though that last goal wasn't his. He is popping off with that beautiful shot. Oh, my goodness. But, yeah, the Ninjas, they need to definitely look forward to this next game, trying to grab momentum in this last minute of play. But, oh, my, they need to regain for sure, reset the mentals. But this isn't looking too good for them. But all credit to Kiwis with their crazy mechanics from Dre, and their just the support all around. They know how to get the ball to their star player.
And he doesn't really need much help to get it to him. To be fair, he seems to be a good mile faster than most everyone in this lobby. As this one will not quite come through, but more scary plays coming out of Dre, and I think it is safe to say that game number 2 is washed. You just have to hope for the Ninjas' sake that you're able to find something in game 3, and you really have to switch up the game plan. I mean, it's clear what the problem is for the Ninjas, and that problem has a name. The question is just how do you deal with it, and it's not easy, and they seem to be playing as well as they are now. As 20 seconds left, this one definitely over. But Penguin, I mean, I'll bring the question to you. What exactly can you do against a player who's playing this well right now?
I mean, the easiest thing to say is just get in his face, put a hand up. You got to play defense on him. I see Ben's trying to speed up here. His music puts that goal in. I mean, as unimportant as it may be, they're setting up the Brazil, but you just got to get some defense on him. I mean, Ben's trying. He's playing a lot faster, to the detriment of his team, it may look like, but he's getting some demos. He's trying to get in their heads. He's doing anything that he can to change the pace as Dre Brazil's the Ninjas here in game 2 merely.
And this is just brutal. Music himself was going for that touch. All 3 members of the Kiwis up. I guess mathematically, you'd expect one of them to hit. I know that's not how Rocket League works, but in a game like this, you expected that one to go in at all times. Now we're just waiting for the clock to count down. Although the Kiwis still pressing for one more. They won't be able to find it. The 2-0 advantage now goes to the Kiwis, who are just playing ridiculously well, and it seems like there's no way for the Ninjas to answer back here. They have to pull out a miracle of some sorts, it seems.
They've tried the physical play. They've tried sustained pressure. I mean, this Kiwis team, man, they're just so dominant. Their touches are just too good. They're not ready for him on defense. But Dre with 5 goals on 6 shots. he spread the love there with two goals to his teammates, one apiece. But like this is the Dre show here. I mean, the Ninjas just got to do something to stop them. As lackluster as they've been on defense, but as I don't know what the answer is for them. Merely, it looks like a little hopeless after this game too.
Yeah, I never like to call a series, but this might be a point where if you're the Ninjas, you're not praying to play good Rocket League, you're praying that Dre's internet connection cuts out, and they have to get a sub in. But disregarding that, not impossible. We've seen bigger feats before. We've seen novices win Titan League games. We've seen crazy things happen. Ninjas reverse sweep would definitely be up there with it against Kiwis that are playing this well. But let's see what happens. We're gonna go ahead, get into game number 3 now. Twisted Hydro trying to 50 this one to the corner. Ben getting a bit of an awkward touch here. Music will have a chance to get this one center. Charlie has to make a touch. It looked like Music actually went for the bump there. A smart play. But the defense proving to be sufficient as Dre coming through here. Trying to get the corner touch. Ben will be able to get this one out. The ball lingering in the Ninjas' half. They have to try to get clears. They have to try to break out of their half because they continue to get pushed back like they were in the last game. Things are not going to end very well for them. This one high over. Hydro looking for the play. We'll go Saren. Here's a free shot for Dre. It will get saved. C-Ben managing to get that one out there. And so far in game 1, we're seeing good defense from Ninjas. Almost caster curse that one. But they're going to have to do more than just play good defense here, Penguin, if they do want to take the win.
That was a rotational masterclass from the Kiwis here, as I'm surprised and shocked that they did not get a goal. As soon as the Ninjas had a touch, there was another Kiwi on that ball. They were just perfect in their rotations there to keep the pressure, and they almost had good goals. Mallow looking to finish on that opportunity, but it was shut down quickly. The tide may be turning here, but the Kiwis are just in form right now, merely.
They most certainly are, and it would seem they've been on form for a while. They are playing like a well-composed team. Those rotations you mentioned definitely creating vast amounts of problems for the Ninjas roster, who are just looking to break out of their own half for most of this game. Charlie going to look for a clear here. Does get it downfield, but Dre is waiting for it. Here comes the control, sending it up for Music. Music looking for the double touch, perhaps. A good save off of the crossbar. Not sure if the attacker had that one, but just good for peace of mind, as that one will almost go in. Hydro can't quite get it in. Ben with an amazing save manages to keep it out, and my goodness, the Ninjas do not want to go out quietly. They are giving it all on the goal line right now, but it's not enough. Music himself, it's not just the Dre show, it's the Kiwis. He'll come through with the redirect, putting one finally on the board for the Kiwis.
Tune up the band. I want to listen to some good music. Music there with a great touch. Music is a great player, and he shows it there. Is like he has great teammates, but he is not one to just shy away. He wants the spotlight. He's our social media lead. He wants those clips. He wants to pop off on TikTok as well as here on the pitch. His team takes the 1-0 lead here in game 3. He wants the sweep. He's a maniac here, merely.
He may be a maniac, but Mallow finds the counter melody and comes through. There is still life on this Ninjas roster as they do answer back.
Mallow snatches the mic out of Music's hands and he shuts me up. Oh my. I was trying to praise Music with all I had, but Mallow wants all the attention. Mallow himself, a great novice player for the past few seasons. He wants to show some fight. He wants to bring life to this Ninjas team. He was there on the defensive end keeping his team alive, and now he keeps his team alive here in game 3 with a big goal as it goes up there for Charlie with a miss. But this Ninjas team has some hope here. They might be able to bring it back here in this game at least. The series is still up for grabs, but we'll need to see a little bit more from everyone else as well as Mallow here, merely.
Oh, we will need to see a lot more from the Ninjas. Most definitely. But so far, they've been holding their own. I mean, they have been getting absolutely pushed back into their own half, into their net, but they've managed to keep the majority of plays out, doing a fantastic job at just not getting scored on it. Here comes Charlie. He will find the attack, and finally, after what seems like forever, the Ninjas have a lead.
What a pass from C-Ben, calculated or not. That was right to Charlie on the other side of the field, and it was right in front of Music's face, but it was just awkward enough for Charlie to bang that open net in, as open as it may have not have seemed open, but Charlie bringing life to his team here, and I'm liking what I'm seeing from Ninjas. They're finishing their opportunities here, and that's exactly what you need. Just put one good shot on and score it there with a great pass from Seaben. Are we seeing the revival of the Ninjas here?
Well, we might have to wait to see that one, but for now, they are looking fantastic. Seem like music there. As Dre going for the flip reset double touch once again. And really, I mean, if you're the Kiwis, the one thing you don't want is to get complacent as music comes out with a ridiculous save. He recovered so quickly to get back to that one. But the Kiwis really can't get complacent. They can't get too comfortable. They're still dealing with a competent roster here in the Ninjas. And if they start to let things get out of hand, they might go south faster than they realize. Now 2-1. Only a limited amount of time left for the Kiwis to come back in this one. I'm sure they're not nervous for the series yet. But if the Ninjas can just get one, this is where it starts. Dre gets a touch to the corner fast. Looks for the touch off, but it will bounce up awkwardly. Hydro setting it up for Music. Music gets the shot, but it's somehow blocked by C-Ben. And I mean, if nothing else, and definitely not nothing else, but the Ninjas' defense has been impeccable this game.
Absolutely. They've been stalwarts on the goal line as Charlie with an open net. Who wants to talk about defense when the Ninjas are on offense merely? Big dunk from Mallow just to put it right in front of the net. Charlie twists up Twisted, and he bangs that home to give them the insurance goal they need to take this game here.
And they will manage to take this one, barring some late game heroics from the Kiwis. Dre coming through here trying to make something happen. Gets a flip reset, but won't be able to put it on target. And the Ninjas seem to have closed this one out. That's a great way to fight back. I mean, coming from being down 7-1 in the very last game, a huge sign for them. And if they can continue to play this well, then there is definitely still a chance for them in this series.
Absolutely. All they needed was a little bit of hope, and this game plants the seed of doubt for the Kiwis. I mean, I thought that it was over after game 2. After the Brazil, they didn't seem like they had anything going for them, but they showed it here. Seaben on the top of the leaderboard with 2 assists and 4 saves. The man was going crazy. He was keeping his team in it. Who knows? He might be going crazy in VC, like, come on, guys, we got this. And the Ninjas were showing a masterclass there on defense and proving to counterattack on offense. And I'm still going to go with the Kiwis here, despite my earlier prediction of 3-0 Ninjas, but they might have sat back a little bit too much after going up 2-0 merely.
Yeah, it really seemed like that one play that put the Ninjas in the lead, Music not realizing that there was an attacker coming in. It really felt like that was thematic of what might have happened in this game. The Kiwis, you know, they got up 7-1. They thought, okay, easy series. We win the next one. We go home. But they didn't anticipate the Ninjas putting up this much resistance. And even further than that, finding the best offense that I've seen out of them, definitely in the whole series. But with that said, they still have to get through Forbidden Temple before they can make it to Champions Field. And that is no small task. Ninjas are going to have to come out and definitely get a repeat performance. We'll see what happens on the ever chaotic Forbidden Temple. As things start off here, C-Ben trying to get the ball across. Charlie not quite in position, but he might be in position here. This one will be sent back into the Ninjas' half. Manages to get it past one. This one high off the backboard. Could be a shot for Hydro, but he doesn't manage to get the power that he was looking for. Dre once again in the corner, not getting the touch that he wanted, allowing Ninjas to escape, but they don't manage to keep possession for very long. This one goes up high. Dre gonna shut it down off the backboard, looking for the double touch. Gets the second touch, but can't quite find the net still. Scary things. However, Penguin, this is exactly how the last game started. I mean, Kiwis had all of the pressure for about 2.5 minutes before the Ninjas were able to find a goal. They just need to keep holding on here, it seems.
Yeah, they're on their last breath, and they're holding on tight. They're showing it here on defense as they're fighting for their lives. And on Forbidden Temple, this could be another good start to the reverse sweep. I mean, anything can happen, and they're proving to play well. I mean, Dre is trying to do everything he can to to will his team back to victory. But the defense of the Ninjas proving to be the deciding factors. They're on the goal line. They're making the big saves. And the Kiwis aren't making the best touches, and they can counter and get it out as Dre puts a big shot on there, but just off. But the Ninjas there on defense getting enough clears, getting enough goal line saves to stay alive here is Mallow. Good counter from him on the goal line, goes coast to coast there merely.
And Mallow with a huge shot gets it behind both defenders. They were not expecting the back post snipe. That's a great placement from the Ninjas, and they're picking up right where they left off in game number 3. Still not looking to go out quietly into the night. As Charlie trying to take this one down, and they did manage to get that one goal. Still plenty of work left, but I'm loving what I'm seeing from them so far. They just need to try and keep it up, as this one almost on target. The follow-up, not good either. Now the Kiwis going to be out of position slightly. Charlie may have been able to score that one, but it was a tough read. Seaben getting this one off. Hydro barely making the touch. That's a double commit from the Kiwis. Panicking a bit on their goal line now. Hydro will manage to get it out, however. Dre already up for this one, looking for the touch. He almost had it. Would have been a crazy pre-jump indeed. The Kiwis are sent right back into their own half. And in fact, will get outplayed in the corner. Charlie just needs to get this centered quick. He can't quite find it there. The Ninja's still trying to keep up this pressure. Ben taking this to the corner. Will take to the sky. Can't find the control though. Will be forced to take this away. Now awkwardness for the Ninjas, who have been sent back into their own half. We're seeing this back and forth now, but it feels like the Kiwis haven't been able to get that same sort of crushing pressure that they've had in games number 1 and 2 here.
I think the difference here is they're just not finishing as they had a good opportunity there. I was trying to pause to wait and see what happened, but they're just not finishing here. They're getting decent opportunities. Mallow finishes his opportunities as he's getting his second goal of the game to take the Ninjas up 2-0. But the Kiwis have to do something as Mallow is popping off here merely.
And Mallow with another flick past the last defender. He has scored 2 goals now in this one. He is definitely fighting back here. And the Kiwis, on the other hand, I mean, they just don't look like the same team that we saw 7-1 in those games. Their pressure was unrelenting. As the pressure here from Ninjas is unrelenting. Seaben almost finding that one, but the save just barely coming out from Dre. Still, they've gained a good advantage here, and if they can just keep this going, they will be able to take us to game number 5. Mallow getting that one off the side as Dre getting through this one, but Mallow's on the ball. Trying to get it past the midfield. Hydro sending it high. And Dre will try to get off the backboard as well. The read from Music here. He's looking for the shot. Won't quite find it, but it's rolling slowly in. And Dre manages to get the read. It's a slow roller.
As much as you'd like to see the clips, that's just what the Kiwis needed. A big bump from Music after the backboard pass. I mean, Seaben had a very easy save there as it was rolling so slow, but what a bump by Music, as calculated as it may be. It helps the Kiwis come within 1 with a minute left here merely. This is a heck of a game here as we're getting late into this series.
It most certainly is. Only a minute left, and the Kiwis, I don't think really want to go to Game 5. They had the 7-1 game to put them 2 up, but now they had to work extremely hard even for that one goal, but Hydro trying to find the dunk. Doesn't make it there. Charlie going to clear this one out, and the net is actually open, but Mallow wasn't in a position to take the shot. He will find one demo, maybe looking for more. He doesn't find much else. Double commit on the goal line. Hydro will escape with this one. He can get the ball centered quickly, maybe able to make something happen. And get it centered, he will. That rolls too high, though. Not able to make a play out of it. Now 20 seconds left. The Kiwis need to find something quickly here if they want to win in Game 4. If they can't, then we will be headed to the ever-forbidden Champions Field. Dre getting this one down, and Ben will be able to take control. They just need to play keep away for 6 more seconds, and another goal will certainly do it as well. See Ben getting this one through, and Ninjas looking poised to head into Game 5 strong.
Kiwis just weren't able to get a good turn on the ball to send it back to their offensive half, and they're just paying for their offensive ineptitude here. And like, you want to see more after winning 7-1 in game 2. You'd expect some better offense here, but they'd have to get through this goal line defense of Mallow and the Ninjas here as they win this game as it drops. But what a story for the Ninjas. They are showing their fight, and Mallow leading his team to victory here. But the Kiwis, like, are they sitting on their hands too much? Or were they too relaxed after a Brazil to go up 2-0? Like, this is not the Kiwis that we saw in games 1 and 2 merely.
I think they maybe just weren't prepared for the Ninjas to bring out this next level that they've been on. I mean, they walked all over them. You can't say it any way else. The Kiwis walked all over the Ninjas in that 7-1 victory. They probably just expected the Ninjas to roll over and let the series be over, but the Ninjas came back fighting, and it really felt like it all started with that incredible hold for the first 2 minutes of game number 3, where try as they might, the Kiwis just couldn't score anything. The Ninjas make it through there, and suddenly they realize, you know, the Kiwis take a lot of shots, but I think we can save a lot of shots. And that's exactly what they've been doing. They've been saving almost everything the Kiwis throw at them, and then in turn waiting for the Kiwis to make mistakes on their own end, and managing to get it out. I mean, they're executing a great game plan here, Penguin.
Absolutely. They're putting that hand up. They're getting the defense that they needed, and the Kiwis just aren't getting those open touches, and they're not finishing their opportunities given the good positioning and the defense of the Ninjas. You like to see it, and that's the recipe for success. Defense wins championships, and defense is proving here to maybe potentially get a reverse sweep on stream here on Champions Field merely, where anything can happen. This is not where the Kiwis want to be.
It definitely is not, but they still have as much of a chance to turn it around as the Ninjas do. Ninjas fighting for a lot, as the Kiwis are certainly as well. No one wants to get reverse swept. They almost start off with a banger there. A beautiful save out from the Kiwis, excuse me. Hydro gets this one off the backboard. Ben down to Music. Music wasn't quite ready for it though. It's Mallow getting this over 1. Charlie looking to follow it up. It's a dangerous touch. Good patience from C-Ben, not overcommitting. In game 5, you know, Penguin, everything changes. You might have a game plan, but it's much harder to execute with the nerves. Charlie looking for the ceiling shot here. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see a very different game than any of the 4 before from both teams here, as, you know, those nerves do play such a big factor.
You know, sometimes you come back from a series deficit and you're wondering, how the heck did I get here? You question yourself, like, what did I even do to get to this point? And the Ninjas are showing that they have their game plan. They're trying to execute as they're peppering shots on the net. But like, the game 5 nerves set in. You wonder, like, what can I do different to like change the tide of the game? What can I do to seal my team's victory? That's the question they're all asking themselves here on Champions Field.
And like you said, it seems like they know their game plan. They're executing it fairly well as Mallow had the open net, but just barely goes over the ball. They've had a lot of opportunities, but haven't been able to make the most of any of them so far. So many shots going awry, already at 5 shots compared to the Kiwis too, and they need to keep up this pressure. They need to keep pushing forward. Music doesn't get the favorable bounce. Tries to still get this one, but it will be cleared away. Now Dre, waiting back for the boost, will be in a good spot to take this one up. But he's dunked out by Charlie, and there's Ben! A huge pre-jump by Music! And the roles have been reversed. Try as they might, the Ninjas cannot score, while the Kiwis seem to be eternally on defense.
What a miss by Dre there with a potentially open net after an awkward touch from Dre. My hairs are standing up as this game is getting... Oh! This game's heating up. It's game 5 merely. We're getting excited. This is a crazy reverse sweep we didn't think was going to happen. Kiwis are just looking out of their element. They're making the saves on the defensive end, but that's not Kiwis Rocket League. They want to be on offense. They want to show off their mechanics, but their defense is keeping them in this game. But how much longer can it stand?
This series, starting off as an offensive battle, has now turned into a defensive one as neither team can score. Who will crack first? Most definitely with 2 minutes remaining. Whoever scores first will have a huge advantage. It's Mallow getting this one out to Charlie. Ball 50's in the midfield. Who will get there first? It'll be Music. As Ben getting this one off the corner. Might look to follow it again. Does get the touch. It's a nice redirect, but not enough power to be threatening at all. Music in the corner battling with Charlie, and that one sent high over the Ninja's backboard. Dre with the flip reset still has boost. Almost manages to find the clip, but won't quite be able to put it away. Dangerous tides are turning here as the Kiwis are starting to find their offense. That one will roll just past Seaben. He's feeling the pressure now, and that's a huge dunk. It's just barely off target. Mallow can't make the follow-up, and I cannot believe how many close calls we are seeing in this Game 5.
It seems like the Ninjas are not shooting themselves in the foot, but they're their own worst enemies as Seaben finishes this opportunity to go up 1-0 in Game 5 with a minute left. I was going to say the Ninjas were double committing. They were missing their shots, but here they finally put one away and they get this advantage. Holy, what a series merely, as the Kiwis, they are not showing up here on defense. They're trying their best, but they're not finishing. It's a kickoff goal from Seaben. 2-0. Merely, what is happening?
And it didn't take 9. It didn't take 10, but 11 shots to finally find an advantage. But now the Ninjas running away with it. The kickoff goal and their defense on pat. They could win it all. They could get the reverse sweep here, which is such a huge ordeal. But they still have to deal with Dre. He's going to get a pass too, and the flip reset into the dribble. Dre is not done with this one just yet.
It seems like the Ninjas were getting too excited. Big, huge bump by Music there to send the defenders away. But, oh my, they saved all the offense for this last minute. They wanted us to get hyped. They wanted us to get excited. But they're forgetting how to play defense in doing so. So many shots conceded here in this final minute as Mallow tries to get one on net. Holy, I don't even have any words. There's no color commentary. This is just Rocket League, merely.
And this is Rocket League in its purest form. Game 5, everything on the line. Reverse sweep or to not be reverse swept. As this one going high, Mallow thinking about going for it. Opts not to. They're getting nervous now. Charlie barely keeping that one out. And the one thing the Ninjas don't want to do is become so nervous that they stop going for balls that they should be. You have to have confidence. If you don't, bad things will happen. And Dre is the name of that bad thing. He comes through with another one, tying it up.
A series of bad touches on the Ninjas' end. They were desperate for touches just to get it cleared, but they were playing right into the Kiwis' hand. Dre finishes it. Who else? But with a little help from the Ninjas' defense with Charlie. But we're tied with 15 seconds left. Are we going to see overtime as Mallow sends it to the net? What a series. What a game. We're not done yet, merely. Are we gearing up for overtime?
And only one goal left. Can the Ninjas complete the reverse sweep without going into overtime? It just might be possible. Charlie had the shot. It was going in. But the timer, the worst enemy of the Ninjas in that moment. Now they will have to battle through to overtime and do it again. A huge bump by Seaben. He won't be able to make the play happen. Now Music coming through, a huge dunk by Charlie. It's a confident challenge. Exactly what we need to see from him. Exactly what we need to see from the Ninjas in order to complete this. The Kiwis just need Dre to score a goal. I mean, it's pretty much all on him if he can get this one. He won't quite be able to as Mallow up for this one, looking for the shot. Gets a bump on the last defender. This one's rolling slowly towards the net. There's a shot opportunity here, but Charlie can't get there. Dre has an open net, and he'll put it away. Heartbreak in the offensive half as that game should have been the Ninjas. They had it, but the offense just fell apart, and the defense was non-existent.
Oh, we can take a breath. What a series, but such heartbreak. My heart hurts for the Ninjas here. They had their opportunities. They had a very advantageous kickoff. Luckily for the Kiwis, that was their last one that they had to deal with. But whew, the Kiwis come out with an open goal, some overextension from the Ninjas. Third man committing. It's overtime in Game 5. You want that goal. So you do everything you can, but in doing so, you leave your net open for Dre to take it home.
And I mean, who else but Dre? It was the series resting on his shoulders, and that one, 3 goals for the hat trick in Game 5 after things looked almost hopeless for the Kiwis after going down 2 goals instantaneously. I mean, we really saw a quick reversal from the defensive series that became later on as both teams just scoring, but a wild way to end the night and a fantastic game from both teams. congratulations to the Kiwis, barely squeezing that one out. And congratulations as well to the Ninjas for putting up such a big fight. I mean, it really looked like things were over in that game 2 when the Kiwis ran away 7-1. Dre with the 5 goals. But they managed to fight back. They managed to take it all the way to game 5 overtime. And even though they didn't get the win, you could chalk that one down as a personal victory in my book. The team, like we talked about, still new, still working out some things in their gameplay, but they look good. And they look like they're ready here to fight. Any final thoughts on the series here, Penguin?
What a showing from the new Ninjas roster. They are contending with some of Novice's best, and who knows how much time they've had together on the pitch, but what a showing from them. They showed their fight, they showed their grit, they showed us that they are going to be a contender here in Novice. Hopefully they can pull their season around. This is a tough one despite having an already seemingly poor record, but they're not out of it yet. Coming into this game second in their division, I mean, proving that they can compete here, proving that they can make a playoff push merely. But all congratulations to the Ninjas there from showing us that they have the fight in them to make it happen.
Absolutely. And real quick before we do end the stream, like to just thank our sponsors, you guys who have been supporting us. We really appreciate it. The community is the one that builds this league. Without it, Nemesis wouldn't even exist. So thank you guys. Appreciate it. And even obviously you guys who aren't subscribed, just being around, watching the stream, having fun with us. That was a ton of fun watching that series, getting to cast it. A ton of fun to cast with you as Penguin as well.
Always, Merely, it's a pleasure. You're one of the best, and I'm happy to have you carry me in the booth here.
Oh, well, you're too kind. You did a great job yourself. But thank you guys so much once again for watching. We will be back. Actually, I don't think we'll be back next week. And I don't even think we'll be back the week after that, as we do have Christmas break. So I think our next games will actually be next year. So I do want to say happy holidays to everyone. Hope you guys all have fun with your family. Have a fantastic time and have a great new year. And take care, you guys. See ya in a little while.
Breathing underwater. Can't let you go now. Making it so hard. You got to know now. Ooh, taking it too far. Nothing to hold now. I'm falling apart. Out in the cold now. Breathing underwater. Breathing underwater now. I can't let go. Underwater.
vision in